Hello friends, welcome to the next lecture of Mech Technology. I am Aman Kumar and I am from Mechanical Branch with the campus of West Technical Institute from the sessions of 2019 to 2022. Here I am organizing the lecture on our automobile engineering, which is based on the topic of what is the mean of automobile and the components of an automobile. So let's start our topic. Here, automobile. An automobile is a self-propelled vehicle which is used for the transportation over the ground. Here, the self-propelled vehicle means the vehicle which runs with its own power according to their design and the function. Here, these are some components of automobile. Here, these are as usually shown on the screen. The first is the chassis, second is the engine, third is the transmission system, and fourth is the body. Here in this components of the automobile, we learned about the positioning and the functions of these components with their use as alternate to their respective work and their structure. So let's start the topic. Here our first topic is chassis. The chassis of an automobile incorporates all the major assemblies consisting of an engine, components of transmission systems such as clutch, gearbox, propeller shafts, axles, a control system such as brake and steering, and the suspension system of the vehicles. In the other words, it is the vehicles without its body. Here it is a diagram which shows the outlet of a chassis with their manual or interior structure. According to the design, the chassis of an automobile has the frame, suspension system, axles, and wheel as the main components. The frame could be in the form of conventional chassis, or the unit construction may be adopted as usually according to their functions respectively. In a conventional chassis frame, the frame forms the main skeleton of vehicles. It supports engine, power transmissions, and car body. The frame is supported on the wheels and axles through the springs. The frame carries the weight of the vehicles and the passenger with the stance, engine, transmission, acceleration, the braking torques. It also withstands the centrifugal forces which cornering and checks of stresses due to the risks and the fall of the axles. In the unit of construction type, there is a no frame. The structure of the body of an automobile is first formed, and then different components such as the engine, transmission system, and the other parts are placed at a suitable place in the body structure. So these notes should be, if you are able to take that notes from me, so please join us our telegram channel to being ahead these notes which are prepared by me without two, and please keep supports our channel for providing these type of lectures, or if you are able to know about any of the topics which are related to our particular branch, so please keep in our comment sections. And thanks for coming to our channel. So let's weave into our this topic continuously. Here, the transmission system itself consists of a number of parts such as clutch assembly, gearbox, propeller shafts, differential, and axles. All these parts which are highly preserved or or ever ready being a part of the automobile industry, and there the deep explanation has also included in this our video session or these lectures. So the other parts include the interior details which are utilized by the passengers and the driver of the vehicles through suitable designing the parts of so arranged that they provide maximum comfort and make the journey in the automobile enjoyable. The other parts of the chassis are suspension system, axles, and the wheels. The suspension system absorbs the vibration due to up and down movement of vehicle. Springs and shock absorbers connecting the frame and the axles perform these functions. The springs can be leaf spring, coil spring, or torsion bar. Even the rubber or the air can form the material of the springs. The wheel of the vehicle can be suspended independently on the spring or on the spring suspended axles. The axle may be live if the power from the engines is transmitted to it. So these are the some aspects which are come out from the above topic. So we gone from the next our topic. So our next topic is the engine. Here we know about that the Indian engine is the most initiative or essential part the body of uh, an car or a vehicles, because engines can provide a certain torque and a force, and as is in the ways of acceleration, it provides an speed with an initiative time to take the affordable speeds at the right time. So engine is the main basic structure of a automobile. So that's why it is the most initiative or essential parts of an automobile engineering. So in that our utility and according to our modifications of our generations, the in the industrial automations, it is also being modified or published due to the attachments of some of the sensors and the catalogs which are published for according to their functions. So on the basis of these protocols, these are being held. So we continue on our topic. The engine is the source of the motive power to an automobile. Obviously it is a very important part of an automobile, because in the absence of an engine, the automobile may not move at all, and its basic function of the transporting passengers or good would be defected. The power of the engine determines the working of an automobile. In the same manner, the efficiency of the engine determines the efficiency of an automobile. The engine nowadays is invariably an internal combustion engine. This may be a spark ignition engine consuming petrol as fuel, as I am explained earlier our topic. So alternately, it could be compression ignition engine using the diesel as fuel. But in these days, their petrol based engines have also been developed or used in our daily ways. So because due to the petrol based engine, their maintenance is so much low, and they gives high mileage, and their maintenance would be also, as comparison to the diesel engine, is so much good. So that's why in the earlier days, petrol engine as mostly used. So the engine used are multi-cylinder engines. A single cylinder engine, through the capable of providing the desired power, may become very heavy and therefore may be unsuitable. In the multi-cylinder engine, each cylinder handle a smaller amount of power, may keep engine light in weight. In an internal combustion engine, total heat produced by the burning of fuel is not converted into work. Part of it causes overall heating of engine, which is undesirable. This heat is to be dissipated properly. Coolant in the form of air or water may be used to take away this heat. So an engine can be air cooled or the water cooled. These days some chemicals have been developed which has a cooling property, and these remains unaffected for a longer period of time. So these are the some usually concerned topic which are based on the engines. So we come on the next topic, the transmission system. In that topic we learn about the usual components which are basically used in a transmission system. For example, clutch, gearbox, differential and axle, etc. So we start the topic. The transmission system transmits power developed by the engine to the road wheels. The power available as output from the engine in the form of rotation of the crankshafts. This movement is to transferred to the road wheels to cause their rotatory motion. The rotatory motion makes possible the movement of the vehicle. The transmission system consists of different parts. These includes clutch, gearbox, propeller shaft, differential and axles. Live axles, to be more precise as I explained in the above topic. So let's come on the topic of clutch. The clutch is a part of a transmission system is the next to the crankshaft. It is a mechanism involving the rotatory motion of a one shaft transmitted to the second shaft at will. When the engine starts, it should be connected to road wheels. These should not start the moving as soon as engine starts. Secondly, this motion should be smoothly transferred so the passengers in the car do not feel discomfort and its mechanism is not spoiled. In the case of vehicle used for the transportation of goods, the smooth transmission process is essential as otherwise it may cause damage to the goods. Here our next topic is gearbox. The gearbox is a component of transmission system next to the clutch. It has got a gear train and it provides the different gear ratios. These ratios determine the rotatory speed of output shafts from the gearbox. The torque transmission to the road wheels gives the rise to the propulsive force or between these the road when the starting from the rest a large tractive effect is required. On the basis of this topic, it is a hollow diagram of a gearbox which is slightly joined with our axles in the alignment of their wheels. So you can see there is a propeller shaft. It is jointed with our differential and through the engine and the front dead axles and which is also supported to the engine and in the respective of the two wheels. So it is a hollow diagram which statified the whole structures which are embedded in our automobile sector. So we come on the next diagram. Here it is another diagram which shows the front drive axles or the engine and the rear dead axles means it also provides combinations of front drive axles and the engines with respective to their work and the rear dead axles according to their function respectively. So our next topic is differential. So differential is the next component of the transmission system. The motion of the propeller shaft is fed to the differential which turns it through the 90-degree. This is essential as the axles is at 90-degree to the propeller shaft. The function is performed with the help of pinion and the gear. Another important function of the differential is to reduce the speed of inner wheels and at the same time enhance the speed of the outer wheels by the same amount. This is required when the automobile is moving on the curved path. On the curved path, the outer wheels are required to traverse a circle of a bigger radius than the inner wheels. So hence the variations in the speed of the inner and the outer wheels is needed. This is performed by the differential with the help of the sun and the planet gear system. Here the four-wheel drive is simultaneously specified with this diagram. That on this diagram on the front wheel side there is a front drive axle has located with the combination of the engine or linked with the engine and there is a propeller shaft which is between the engine or the differentials as according to their functions. Here it is a transfer case which provides the motions which is abstracted from the engines to the front wheel drive to our next rear wheel drive. So it transfers the torque and the motions as respective to the front wheel to the rear wheel drive. And differential is work on the base of it can engage or disengage the power as expected to their work and due to the extractions of the forces and the torque will embed by accelerating at a top speed of any vehicle. So it is mostly used in these cases. So our next topic is axle. The axle is the next component of the transmission system. The axle receiving power from the engine is termed as live axle It is in the two halves. The ends of the axles have the road wheels connected to it. These road wheels are in the direct contact with the road surfaces. The body of the automobile is above the axles. The axles also takes up the various loads including the weights of the automobile. It also transmits motion to the road wheels. So our last topic is body. The use of the separate frame to which the body structure is attached is now almost obsolete except from the some applications for the heavy duty commercial vehicles. So mainly due to this studying of these circumstances means the components which are inbuilt in our with respect to the engine, so all are mergely connected with or separate with other phenomenal structure as it is called chassis, and the outer structure of the automobile is called the body. So it gives a basic structure by which its attractions of few of attractions and their designing is more effective as comparison to the or located with the user interface which I can use to as an user. I will use the vehicles for their these kinds of internal or the external abilities or interactions skills. So if I design vehicles which is highly modified and which gives good accelerations and their power consumption is so much good, but if their designing structure is not so much effective, so I can't want to purchase that vehicle. So for providing these type of manual structure, we separate uh, structures which is adjust on the outer surface of the vehicles on a locomotive vehicles. So this is the mainly usual aspects which is come out from the certain topic. So on these topics there is some other little words like the light changes in such designs is strengthened by using platforms made of sheet of steel apart from the four basic components described as the steering system and the braking system. It means in the steering system there is a power steering has included, because if our steering system is so much comfortable, then you can resist all kind of fluctuations, load and the efforts which can come out from the our environment when you running a vehicles. And the braking systems can gives you a separate engagement of from your wheel to the road with a certain period of time. So it gives accuracy to stop out or accelerate our engine with according to the time. So brake is also a most effective part of the automobile, because if our braking system is not so much compressed, then the accidental cases has been also much accomplished. So for preventing these types of circumstances, the steering system and the braking system had so much compile as compared to others. So the components which are used in automobiles have their own and their own functions and their efficient use as according to the period of time, and as or also as we call that according to the future requirements. It is so essential. So that's why these points are to be considered in that particular lecture. So come on this topic. These are the some of the concerned topic which properly shown on the screens as the steering system, and these are the content which come out from the topic of braking system. So usually these kinds of information which can come out from that system. So we come on our next topics, the auxiliaries. It means these are the components of automobile which may not be essential, but it can make the driving more comfortable. The fact is that with the passage of time, some auxiliaries becomes essential. A few years back, they indicate the turning vehicle were not used, but now these have been made them mandatory by the government. Through air condition is not essential and is just to provide comfort conditions. Now it is provided in every vehicles in the development countries and is being adopted by the more and more people. So the study of the automobile engineering involves going through in depth study of the components and the parts of the automobile. This includes engine, transmission system, control and auxiliary system. The engine used in an automobile is an internal combustion engine. The transmission system consists of a number of the introduction of which has already been presented, and the suspension system, wheels and the tires are also the important components parts of the automobile. Study of steering mechanism and brakes is also important as this forms the control systems in an automobile. So thanks for watching this video and visiting our channel, the Mech Technology, and for these kind of informative topics, please join our channel and do like and subscribe our channel. And for the whole notes of this whole lectures, you have to join our channel on the Telegram. And also thank you for visiting our channel. Have a good day.